Subaru and World Rally used to be as synonymous with each other as, well, as fish and chips, but over the years it's moved away from the rally side of things and focused more on its family-orientated estates and SUVs. And it was actually a recent video that Ryan did of the WRX STI that got me thinking, can Subaru still hold their own off-road? Now, we've already driven the majority of the Subaru range, but I wanted to see whether these cars behind me, which are the XV, the Forester and the Outback, can actually still handle proper off-road muddy tracks. So Subaru gave me a ring and said, come and try it for yourself at the Grange Farm off-road circuit. So let's give it a go. So when it comes to off-roading capabilities in the Subaru range, the entry-level model is the XV, followed by the Outback and the Forester. Now, don't be discouraged when I say the XV is entry-level, it's still extremely capable, and Subaru says that the XV is basically an Outback version of the Impreza, if that makes sense. It has symmetric all-wheel drive, 200mm of ground clearance, tons of traction, and will get you pretty much anywhere, as you can see by the footage here when I was climbing out of a river. One of the best things about the XV though is just how light it is at under 1500 kilos, and you can feel it's quite light on its feet as well. And after driving quite a few competent off-roaders, I can honestly say that the XV doesn't feel like it's distinctively lacking anything in particular. Well, that's what I thought until I drove its bigger brothers, because they have something the XV hasn't. X mode. But what is X mode? Well, first off, X mode is a driver assist program, not a substitute for Subaru's symmetric all-wheel drive system, and it comes as standard on Forester and Outback Lineartronic models. Essentially, X mode allows the Outback and Forester to go into beast mode by loosening the shackles in certain places and tightening them in others. Firstly, from a safety point of view, X mode brings hill descent control, which works at speeds between 3 and 12 miles per hour and allows you to set your own speed, always a good perk on dicey terrain. And if slipping wheels are detected, traction control is enhanced to brake longer and harder. Hill climbing capabilities is the X mode most impressive MO though. When activated, X mode can give 25% more torque to the rear wheels thanks to an active torque split sensor differential. But alongside this, it also allows you to turn off the car's engine torque reduction, or traction control as people commonly call it. And this stops the car from limiting power output, which it usually does to stop the wheels spinning under heavy acceleration. But sometimes when you need to get up a hill, you need to give it the beans. And sometimes when you are, say, heading up a snowy incline, you may need to spin the wheels and clear the treads to regain traction. Another useful X mode trait is how it changes throttle management, feeding power more gradually when feathering the accelerator to stop you kangarooing when trying to ease over uneven ground. But it does give you sharper throttle input when the revs are higher, as the X mode assumes you're trying to lug the car over something, go up a hill or blast through some mud. Even though both the Forester and Outback have X mode, the Forester does have the edge thanks to 20mm more ground clearance at 220mm. It's also got shorter front and rear overhangs than the Outback, allowing for better approach and departure angles. The Forester has a slightly more rugged appeal as well, favouring those with pets who like going for walks, thanks partly to the higher dog-friendly roof in the rear. So with the sun setting, nobody wants to off-road in the dark, we thought we'd wrap it up for the day. So, can Subarus still go off-road? Well, yeah, they clearly can. Obviously, some more extreme than others, and in that respect, the Forester is the daddy. But of course, which Subaru you go for will depend on things like lifestyle choices and whether or not you've got a family or you own a farm. Were you impressed by the Subaru's off-road capabilities? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.